guys, and welcome to your Monday, June 8th, Stronger Together workout. Your workouts for today is going to be a 20-minute AMRAP that consists of double unders, sit-ups, and burpees. To start your warm-up for today, you're going to begin with 3 minutes of some sort of active movement, whether that's running, rowing, jumping rope. If you're doing a run, you're going to do about a 400-meter run. For row, about 500 meters on the row. And then, of course, jumping rope, just go for 3 minutes. All right, once you've completed that, we're gonna go into Spiderman lunges. You're going to do 8 Spiderman lunges on each leg. So remember, for your Spiderman lunge, that you wanna step out to about shoulder width. You don't wanna step straight forward, right? Your back knee can either stay up or go all the way down to the ground. Hands to the ground, right? This is the easier version of the stretch. If you can get down to your elbows, that is ideal, okay? This is where we would like to get to eventually. But again, make sure that you keep this front heel down. You don't want to be lunging and having that front heel come up. You're kind of defeating the purpose at that point. Once you've completed your Spiderman lunges, we'll go into 10 lateral lunges on either leg. So nice wide leg stance here, right? From here, my hips are going to shift back and down. My opposite toe can come up, all right? And you're just going to go back and forth with 10 on each side. Again, making sure that whatever leg you're lunging into, that heel stays down, right? Notice a pattern here, right? After you've completed your lateral lunges, we're gonna go into inchworm with a push-up. So your feet can stay nice and wide here because we want you to get a hamstring stretch when you go down, right? So hinge forward, get that hamstring stretch first, then walk your hands out to a plank. From here, if you need to drop to your knees, right, as a modification, if you can't do the push-ups, that's fine. Just make sure that you send your whole upper body to the floor. All right, if you have the strength though, you're gonna do 5 push-ups, making sure that you keep your chest and your elbows nice and tight, right? The elbows are just doing it at a 45-degree angle. They're not going out at a 90-degree angle. And then from here, keeping your core tight. All right, once you finish your 5, lift your hips, drive your heels back down towards the ground, get that downward dog stretch, and then walk your hands back in and stand tall. Then you'll repeat that for the rest of the descending ladder of 4, 3, 2, and 1 on your push-ups. Once you've completed those inchworm push-ups, you're gonna go into windmills next, all right? So for windmills, I want you to make sure you keep your core tight here, because otherwise you're not gonna get the stretch you need in your upper shoulders, right? So, or upper back and shoulders. So you hinge at the hips, core is tight. Arms descend down. From here, you're gonna swing your arms and let your eyes follow, all right, your hands. You don't wanna be like this, right? So let the torso twist as you go through this, all right? You'll do 10 on each side. After that, you'll go into arm circles. So we'll do 10 arm circles forward, right? And then 10 arm circles backwards. Then we go into our shoulder rolls forward for 10, shoulder rolls backwards for 10, and then our arm pretzels. So one palm is up, you're going to turn, right? You're gonna turn your arm and twist them in opposite directions like you're wringing out a towel, right? And again, 10 on each arm. After that, we're gonna warm up your ankles a little bit. So we want to do dorsiflexion drops. So if you have a space to do a dorsiflexion drop, something where you can get your feet elevated, right? And be able to come up onto your toes and then drive those heels down, right? And cycle through 20 of these. If you do not have something to elevate your feet on, you can do a standing version essentially of this, or on the floor version, where you have your hands on the floor, you're in a downward dog basically position, coming up onto your toe and then driving that heel into the ground. All right, if you do that version, do 10 on each leg. After you've completed your dorsiflexion drops, we want to just make sure that we continue to warm up your ankles a little bit more, because there is a lot of jumping rope in this workout today. And if you happen to have any issues with your Achilles, please talk to your coaches about possible modifications, okay? So the last stretch we would want you to do is an Achilles stretch. So for an Achilles stretch, you're gonna put one foot directly in front of the other, all right? Find something to hold on to. And then from here, you're gonna bend both of your knees, all right? And drive your knees forward of your toes. The goal is that we keep this heel on the ground though, because where we're trying to really stretch your Achilles is this back leg, and with the heel down. If you let the heel come up, you lose the stretch. So really fight for that down. And if you don't bend the knee, you're getting a good calf stretch, but you're not getting the ankle. We want to target the ankle here. So bend the knee, you'll feel it immediately in your ankle if you have issues with your Achilles. If you don't, I mean, very flexible there, you might not feel it. You're gonna do 30 seconds of stretching on that side. You can kind of come in and out of the stretch, and then you're gonna switch sides and do 30 seconds on the other side, okay? So make sure you take care of your Achilles, and if you still have tightness there, let's address it before you go into this workout. Actually, hold on, sorry. So as a reminder, your workout today is a 20-minute AMRAP of double unders, of sit-ups, and of burpees. So it's a descending ladder as far as the movements go, where you would start with 40 double unders, go to 30 sit-ups, and then 20 burpees. So you're going to be accumulating a lot of reps here, all right? The goal of this workout is to try to get 7 or more rounds. Okay, so please take that into consideration again when you're dealing with your double unders. That is very, very important. What I do not want you to do is damage your ankles and your Achilles in the attempts to get double unders and keep going with that. If you have any issues, please talk to your coaches, okay? As far as modifications go, if you struggle with the burpees, right, you could do a plank burpee where you're just going down to a plank, not doing the full push-up, and then jumping back up. As far as the double unders go, I would only recommend doing about 30 to 40 seconds worth of practice if you're attempting your double unders, right? And then also doing singles, okay, is another option. You could even do a mixture of both, right? Maybe do singles in one round, do double unders on the next round. Sorry. For your double unders, your heart rate is going to be very much accelerated already by the other movements that you're doing in this workout. And I know it's really challenging to not tense up in double unders because you really want to get the movement, right? But if you can maintain control, right, that's the goal. You want to try to find like a focal point, something else to look at that kind of takes your mind away from what you're trying to achieve. And usually as you get tired, you'll become a little better at them. So finding that focal point, trying to control your breathing through this will 100% help you with getting through the workout, not just the movement itself, right? So for your double unders, you want your hands to be somewhat loose on the rope. You don't want to be tight gripping it. Tight grip means you can't move your wrist as loosely and freely, right? So loose grip. From here, you're going to try to stay tall, right? And start warming up with your singles, right? Ooh, look at that. Don't do that. All right, so try warming up with your singles first, right? And work on swiveling the hips. From there, if you want to get into your practice, you're gonna try a tall jump. And if you notice, like when I do this, if I do a single and do one tall jump, and I didn't really do anything with my wrist, and I already got that double under, right? So when you jump, think nice and tall, long body, right? And just try and let the rope carry through, right? So just a little power, just a little power, just a little power from that wrist. As long as you're jumping a little higher, you're gonna get that movement, okay? So that's for your double unders. For your burpees, you have the option, obviously, of a regular burpee. What I like in burpees is when you do a burpee, you wanna get those hands to the ground, and when you come up right here, really push back into a downward dog. We've been doing a lot of downward dogs, right? So you should know that feeling. But if you push back into the downward dog, it will help you to get your hips and feet up faster, right? So when I go down and I'm coming right back up, I push back, all right? And it 100% helps you to get that recoil quickly. Finally, for your sit-ups, if you have an ab mat or some kind of cushion, use it. You can do your feet flat if you need to, right? Or you can do your feet together with your knees butterflied out. It's your choice here, what you're more comfortable with. But when you're doing this, use your hands, right? Throw those hands up and forward to help you get back up, right? Use them to your advantage here, all right? If you have any issues with sit-ups, please talk to your coaches as well about other core movements that you could be doing, hollow rocks, V-ups, things like that, okay? Trying to think, I think that's pretty much it as far as the workout modifications go and kind of intent for you guys. But But again, I know that this is a lot of cardio in this movement, so I want you to try to maintain a steady pace through this and also play to your strengths in the workout, right? And then use that to kind of capitalize on anything that you're weaker in, okay? For your cool down, you're gonna have some accessory work once this is done, all right? So you're going to do 4 rounds, not for time, of bent over rows, single arm bent over rows, and hammer curls, single arm hammer curls. So for your bent over row, you wanna find something that you can place your hands on as support, right? So I'm using my chair here, all right? I'm gonna have basically my one hand on some sort of support mechanism so that my back is flat. From here, my other arm is extended, and I'm going to pull that dumbbell up, almost like I'm putting it in my pocket, right? Keeping my elbow close, right? And stay nice and engaged in my core, all right? Once you've done 10 on one side, you'll do 10 on the other side, okay? Then you're going to do hammer curls. So hammer curls, just working on those biceps, it literally just looks like this. You're just bringing that dumbbell straight up towards your shoulder, keeping your elbow nice and close to your body, okay? You'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. And again, you're going to do 4 rounds of those movements. Finally, for your cool down and stretching, you're going to do 2 rounds of 45-second holds, okay? So you're gonna do a hamstring stretch first. All right, so you're gonna lay down. If you need to do this standing, you can also just do a standing forward bend, but lay down and pull that knee towards your chest, right? And you're driving your heel towards the sky. So you're gonna hold this for 45 seconds, and then you'll do 45 seconds on the other leg. Then we're gonna come over and take care of our calves. So if you have a roller, lacrosse ball, you can use your kettlebells and dumbbells as well to kind of help with this. You're gonna smash out your calf. So you're going to take your leg, place it on top of your kettlebell or whatever you have, roller, and you're gonna start smashing out your calf, moving down, right, all the way up the calf and all the way down the calf to the ankle, okay? Making sure you take care of that. You'll do 45 seconds on each leg. Then you'll come over and you'll do a butcher block stretch because all those burpees are gonna have tired out your shoulders and your triceps, so we wanna take care of them. For a butcher block stretch, you're going to put your elbows on a table, box, but a chair, whatever you have available, right? You're gonna be on your knees, and from here, you're gonna bring your hands behind your head and drive your chest down towards the ground, all right? So what you're gonna do is get a nice stretch in your triceps as well as between the shoulders, okay? And you're gonna hold that for 45 seconds. You will cycle through all of these movements twice, all right? And if you need to do a 3rd time, go for that. That is your workout for today, guys. We hope that you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you need modifications, please reach out to us and we'll absolutely give you some. And please post your results in Wodify. We want to see how you guys do with that today. And if you are free to join us for class, we'd love to see your face. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one.